The mantra of my ministry, as so many of you know, is the lost are not the enemy. They are the prize for which we wage war against the real enemy, Satan. This is an important distinction because there are so many opportunities to fight with atheists or even deconstructionists, but we can never engage in the fight. I will simply say today, right now for the deconstructionist, all I will say is if there is something wrong with the church and God's house is burning, why leave? Why not stay and put out the fires? It could be made better. I'm not up here today telling you that you're wrong. I agree with you in many cases. The only difference is when my house was burning, I got a fire extinguisher and I started trying to put it out instead of leaving. That's all I'll say. But we can't engage in the hate. They are not our enemy. They are victims of the devil. If they come at us with hate and violence and vitriol, we should feel sorrow for them. We should hurt that they are being hurt and being hurt by the world. We should hurt that churches or other Christians have hurt them. I'm going to let you in on a secret here. I'm preaching right now. Pastor is a title I'm proud to wear, but I'm not the only one called to bring people to God. You are too. We all are. You can reach people that I cannot. We all need to fulfill our roles within God's kingdom. We need to be the man, be the woman that God has called us to be. Because he has put people in your life that need to feel the love of God, and you have been chosen for that job. Those loudmouth coworkers, your trifling cousins, those strangers you pass every day, they are your people. They need you. They need God. And apparently this crowd's got a lot of trifling cousins because that hit. So forget about the foolish arguments. No more debating. No more hate speech. No more judgment. Just love. Just love. Just be patient with them. Have empathy. Have sympathy for them. And just have a desire to show them the love of God. They may not want to see it. They may not want to feel it, but you should desire to show it to them anyways. Because the truth is, they think they know God. They don't. They know Christians, and we aren't God. We ain't even close. They are angry with church folk, and truthfully, I have been too. Too many people got the same story of heartache, church hurt, and gossip. They can't all be lying. They can't all be misunderstanding something. Some of them are telling the truth. And that makes me angry because we should be showing them the love of God, not pushing them away from him. Listen, this is going to be hard to hear. They think that we suck. They tell you all the time, there's no hate like Christian love. They say it all the time. Listen, they may be right sometimes. Maybe when the masses are telling you that they don't like something, we should listen. We should analyze our behavior and see if maybe we can actually see that they may be right sometimes. And if they are, it's not too late to change it. It's not too late to do something about it. It's not too late to make it better. I love it when atheists hate on churches because I'm listening very closely for the origin of the hurt. And each time that I find that origin, I put the knowledge of that to use, and I change my life, I change my ministry, and I change our church. And do you know why I do that? Because they're literally telling us how to bring them to God. They are telling us the very thing that sent them out the doors. And if we listen, we can bring them back. It's not always correct. I'm not here to say that. And it's not that everything is they're always telling the truth. They're always right. Sometimes they think things shouldn't be that need to be. But it's not always that they're wrong. And sometimes the things that they don't think need to be, maybe don't need to be. They are called the lost. And there's an important reason they're called the lost. Because things that are called lost are things that are meant to be found, desired to be found, things that are missed. I have a really bad memory. And when I lose my keys, I say my keys are lost because I want them back because I'm trying to get out the house. And when we call non-believers the lost, we're trying to get them back in the house. We should be hurting to find them. I go through a panic. I got a sectional at the house and it comes in pieces, and I just yank all the pieces off and throw them around the house until I find what I'm looking for. That's what we should be like in searching for the lost. We should be looking and siphoning through everything in their life, all the bad things they're saying about church, and listening and finding, there it is right there. Somebody had something negative to say about you and it hurt you, so you left. Let me tell you they were wrong. Let me tell you I agree with you. And let me show you that me and my church don't act that way. In 1 Peter 3:15 it says, "But in your hearts honor Christ the Lord as holy, always being prepared to make a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you. Yet do it with gentleness and respect." Yet do it with gentleness and respect. So many Christians get the defense part right, but they siphon off at the end. They take a turn and they go from gentleness and respect to violence and hate. Matthew 5:15-16. "Nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives a light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." Go and declare the love of God. Do so by living it. Don't just tell them about God. Live a life that shows them God. The next time you think you are better than a sinner, I want you to remember this scripture. Mark 10:45. "For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve and give his life as a ransom for many." For many. Let this serve as a reminder that Jesus died for you, but not just you. Let me make a final point about the lost. We accepted Jesus. All of us who are Christians, we accepted him. We said yes to Jesus. And now we live in the covenant of grace. That says we don't have to be perfect or earn our way into heaven, that we must simply believe in him. They have not accepted Jesus. So they are still in the covenant of the law. They must be perfect and sinless to earn heaven. And we all know that's impossible. But I said this for an important reason. The only way we are different is that we said yes to Jesus. You didn't stop sinning on your own. You didn't earn salvation on your own. You just felt the call to come home and came home. They can do it too. That don't make us better. That just makes us more blessed. We need to remind ourselves that we were once lost and had to be found. And had we not have said yes to Jesus, we'd still be lost. Our mindset should sound like, that's okay. I made a lot of mistakes too, and I still do. But Jesus died for me, and now it's not even about me anymore. It's about him. I didn't do anything you can't. You can accept Jesus anywhere, anytime. Put aside the mission to save yourself and just let Jesus save you. The next topic is especially relevant today on Mother's Day. I'm talking about the next generation. There are so many evils trying to get them. Bullying, depression, suicide, pedophilia, immoral sexual societies, drugs, alcohol, violence, sexism, racism, gangs. I could go on and on. We owe it to them to clean up the world for them. That means we're going to have to change some things that we are doing to make sure that we're not contributing to the insidious fog that's trying to poison them. Think of it this way. We can't skip out on church because coming on Sundays is too hard and then turn around and expect our kids to go up with strong-minded, dedicated lifestyles. We can't blow up, yell and scream, get violent or verbally abusive, and then expect them to be well-adjusted, joyous adults. You want your kids to appreciate life? Stop complaining so much about yours in front of them. Their ears are little, but they hear everything. They sense the words that you don't say. We want sober kids, but the parents can't spell sobriety. I just want my kids to grow up and not be promiscuous and get caught up in all this filth. Anyway, it's time to put on my show about sex and then watch some porn later. We want financially disciplined kids, but we're reckless with our finances. And by the way, that recklessness is why young folk don't tithe. We want them to know God and see heaven someday, but we're not even sure we can commit all the way to our own faith. I just want the world to love my child and accept them for who they are. But go ahead and I'm going to let myself keep my prejudice and my racism, and I'm going to let that go unchecked. It's okay that I'm ignorant to other cultures, just as long as my baby is okay. Y'all getting it? Be the influence in their life. Don't just pray the world gets better. Wake up and be better in their world. This world is a dark place, and you're called to light, so go shine. Illuminate their little worlds and show them that God's love is worth the time it takes to find it. There is so much negativity that is out there for them. How dare we wake up and say we love our kids and our grandkids and the kids of this world and then continue to contribute to the negativity that's on their life? How dare we? Listen, we can't be perfect, but let's be honest, we could do better. Let's be real. We could do better. We could be more intentional. We can set aside some pleasures for their sake. I don't mean to come down on y'all today, but we're talking about the most valuable thing in the world, children. Do you know how much Jesus loves them? His love for them is why I'll never be bothered with a kid being loud during my sermon. Jesus preached to many different crowds in many different cities. What, y'all don't think he did so around some rambunctious kids? Y'all don't think when the crowds gathered, there wasn't little kids in the crowd that their moms and dads brought them? Yeah, right? They were there. And it may be centuries ago, but kids are still kids. They are ornery. They didn't listen. They're loud. They don't know when to not ask questions. They don't know when to not interrupt. And if Jesus can preach over them, so can I. And listen, we got a great kids ministry back there. Those kids are wonderful and beautiful. They are the future of this church and this world. They need to get familiar with God and learn about him. They need to learn how to pray. They need to feel the love of God in their life. But parents, especially mothers, because this is a very hard thing for mothers to not do, don't be so hard on yourself. Kids don't need to see you being perfect. That's something they'd never be able to live up to, and then they'd feel like a failure because mom and dad were perfect and I'm not. The best thing you can do as a parent is struggle like every parent. Struggle like every person does. And then show them that when life gets hard and it's a struggle, you keep going and you always turn to God. And when you don't got answers, you choose Jesus. Struggle in front of them and then show them that you never went to the world, you went to God. That's the best thing you can do. In Deuteronomy 6-7, these commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk up along the road, when you lie down and when you get up. Proverbs 22:6. Start children off in the way they should go, and even when they're old, they will not turn from it. My first ever sermon, I was about 15 years old. I just turned 15, I think, or was headed to being 15, and it was called He Will Not Depart. And me and two other kids came up and preached, and I did maybe about 4 minutes, and we all talked about He will not depart. Let me tell you, I tried to depart, and hello, I'm here today. That's because mama and daddy put it in my heart. They showed me who Jesus was. And when life got hard, I started to miss church. And when I started to build my family up, I started to go, I need to bring my wife and my kids to church. You want to save them from the world? How about you bring them to learn about the one who created it? The thing we all seek to create for ourselves is next. Peace. Oh, we all want peace. We all want peace. Now, it's Mother's Day, but let me tell you on Father's Day, what every father wants is peace. Peace. No more broken toilets. No more light bulbs that need changing. No more things that need more money, even though I just put money into it. No more new games to buy. We just want peace. Rest in it for a minute, guys. Oh, peace. People think peace is about being peaceful, about being in peaceful situations. They think peace is about finding yourself in this oasis where nothing bad ever happens. No. Peace is not about your circumstance. Peace is about how you respond to your circumstance. Peace has been achievable your whole life. It has been achievable from the moment you were born, and it will be achievable until the moment you die. Because no matter what your circumstances are, you are called to peace. You should find peace, and peace is readily available to you. Peace is so valuable that men wage war and die over it. And yet we think it ought to just fall in our lap. Finding peace is on us. We have to put the work in. In life, a shift of perspective will often be the key turning point to finding peace. When you start to finally see how blessed you are, you can make peace with life. Instead of going through internal conflict, find the perspective that soothes your soul. It's always there. You could complain about your job, or you could be thankful you got one. There are so many people who would take your job in a heartbeat. You want to fix that friendship? Stop expecting perfection. Be like Jesus and offer them forgiveness and grace. Marriage ain't always a walk in the park. But if you take a walk in the park, there's some single people who'd love to be married, and they'd love your spouse specifically. Peace is like a pizza from Papa Murphy's. They're going to hand you the ingredients, but you got to go home and make it for yourself. God has called you to find peace. Go find it. That means you got to be in search of it. That means sometimes it's not going to be right in front of you. That means it's a mystery. Peace is like Where's Waldo? You're searching through all the pieces trying to find it. And when you do, you feel real accomplished until you turn the next page and there's another page missing Waldo. Even in the middle of your hardest storms in life, be at peace. When the storm was happening, and everyone was freaking out trying to find Jesus, he was asleep. He was asleep. Ooh, imagine if you had the ability to just sleep through your heartache. If you could just sit down, because I know some people get some sleepless nights. The bills are coming up and they don't got enough money and they can't sleep. They're worried about their kids, so they can't sleep. Something's going wrong at their job and they're just full of anger and they come home and they can't sleep because they're still hot. Imagine if you could just sleep. You know how Jesus was asleep? Because he didn't find peace. He is peace. Do you know why he expects peace? And listen, lean in close. Because if your faith was bigger than your problems, peace would come naturally. See, I'm in your kitchen now. I'm eating your cereal straight out the box. Ooh, Christian, if you don't find yourself at peace often, then that means you need to find yourself with a Bible. You need to grow. Peace is not man-made, it's God-made. Because the more you get close to him, the more peace you have, because he is peace. What he is saying when he says find peace is find me. Find me. Because the scripture says in John 16:33, I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. Think about that. Think about that God has overtaken the world. This little problem that you've got, this siphoned problem that you've got your financial issues, your health issues. God has solved the world. He has overtaken everything. And if you want to feel small, go outside and look at the moon and realize that that's hanging up in our sky. Go to the beach and look at the sand and just see how much of it there is. Look out into the water and lose yourself and realize I am so small. If I got down to the horizon, no one would see me. And yet somehow God has overtaken all of it. Beyond what we can see, beyond what we can feel, your problems are this big and God is so much bigger than that. How can we forget to be duty bound to find peace when all we're being asked to do is just find God? The truth is, you're so afraid that peace isn't possible. Anxiety will break up your peace. Believe me, I know. Because when I got anxiety, I break up my whole household's peace. Listen, you're not always going to have peace, but like always in a sermon, I got a list of what Christians should be like when it comes to peace. Number 1, you should live in peace more than you don't. Number 2, you know how to recognize when you aren't at peace and how to get it back. Number 3, you should be peaceful, a peacemaker. Number 4, when faced with a choice, you always choose peace, be it finding peace or just being a peaceful person. 5, and last, peace is something you are called to, but peace isn't a thing you can make or something you can buy. It's a place. It's got a location. It's called close to God. Be proactive. Don't be the type of Christian that lets their life get out of control and lose all sign of peace before you start taking in the word, before you start reading the Bible again, before you start tithing and listening to worship music and coming to church. Don't be dedicated only when life is hard, because newsflash, if that's what you're choosing, life's going to be hard a lot. A lot. Then you're always going to be going through something. And that don't sound like a recipe for peace. I bet we all came here with something that is just trying to rob us of our peace. Don't let it. It sounds like we might be in need of some miracles. Oh, there are some fools out there that don't believe in miracles. Let me tell you, miracles are real. And we aren't seeing less of them. We're seeing more. And we're just not giving them credit. Honestly, take a look at your life. It is probably full of miracles, full of them. Because at the definition of a miracle is something that can't be explained and something you couldn't do. And my life is full of those, full of them. But the thing about life is it has this funny way of trying to break you, which means you often need miracles. And that's all right. You know what they say, if you don't need a miracle right now, just give life some time and then you'll need one. It's me, I made that quote up. Miracles are what happens when God does what you couldn't. And if you are like me, you got a lot of couldn'ts. God is still in the business of doing miracles. Don't doubt that. Miracles sometimes just come out of the blue. And other times, God makes you play a role in the miracle. He puts your faith to the test, or he asks you to put in some work. See, everybody wants to be David until they see Goliath. People say they want to be like Christ, and then they complain when it's time to suffer. People want to be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but they're afraid of the fire. See, Noah's Ark was a miracle, but he had to build that boat. Stop giving your problems the credit that belongs to God. Sometimes in life, we talk so much about our problems that we run out of time to talk about God. That's like playing some pickup basketball outside and going, oh, I don't know if we're going to win this because, I don't know, Pastor Joe is pretty good. Have you seen him play? He's fast, he can shoot, he's energetic, he's athletic. I'm bragging on myself. Meanwhile, you got Michael Jordan on your team. You seem foolish. I'm good, but I ain't MJ. And your problems are big, but they're not God. Stop building up your problems and start building up God. No more woe is me. No more it's so hard. No more I just can't do it. Instead, it should be, wow, I am blessed. Life is hard, but God's got me. I know I can't do it, but God's got me. Say it loud. God's got me. That's right. God's got us. That's the attitude that's going to help you survive while God's getting your miracle ready. That's another issue. We got no miracle patience. We go to prayer and then start getting antsy. Come on, God. I need help right now. The bills are due on the 1st. It's the 29th. God, come on. Come on. God, I'm running out of time. Let me pray again. I don't know if you heard me. Or we start to get mad at him. We stop coming to church. We don't pray anymore. And when we hear a worship song on the radio, we turn it off because we're mad at God, which is wild when you think about it, because when you break it down, this is what's going on. God, I need you to do this thing that I couldn't possibly do for myself or without you. You, the King of Kings, the Creator, I need you to listen to me. Do it on my terms, on my time. It's just dumb. It's dumb when you hear it out loud, ain't it? But that's how we live all the time. We go to prayer and then we say, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. God, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Like we're in charge. Like we gave him a task that we have any understanding of how to accomplish. Because if you could do it, you would do it. In closing, I want to tell you guys what all my topics have in common. What's the reason I mentioned the lost? What's the reason I mentioned the next generation or peace or miracles? These are all things we need to fight for. Hear me today, child of God. I am calling on you to get yourself ready for war. The enemy is named Satan, and he seeks to destroy you. He wants to keep the lost. He wants to poison the next generation. He wants to break up your peace and keep you far away from miracles. But we cannot let him win, and we won't. Because my God is bigger than Satan. He done whooped him 3 different ways and then smacked him up out of heaven. And in the end of the book, there is a promise that he's going to do it again. And he's going to finish it permanently this time. Permanently this time. We serve a good God. We serve a mighty God. Let me tell you something. That same God that strikes fear in the devil, he's alive in you. That means you strike fear in the devil. And if you ever realize it, he'd be afraid of you too. You got enough God in you to make the devil run in fear. See, I said the devil wants to keep the lost. No, we don't accept that. We're coming to take them from him. We're not just hoping they come through the doors. We're going to go get them from him. We ain't going to let you keep our friends, our cousins, our siblings anymore. Who here has a loved one that they don't believe in God yet and you're just praying they do? Raise your hand. It's time to fight for them. It's time to fight for them. Come on now, not only God hears us, but the devil can too. And the little coward is outside waiting to catch you slipping because he knows he can't take you when you're focused on God. Tell him right now, they aren't yours. I'm going to come get them from you. There are mothers today who are declaring, that child who has veered off from the path, I'm coming for him, Satan. Get away from him. There are children who are saying, my siblings, I'm coming for them. My coworkers, I'm coming for them. Tell him right now, they aren't yours. You don't own them. You have no right to them. They aren't your children. They're my brother and sister in Christ. They just don't know it yet. I'm going to bring them home. That's it. Light that fire. You are powerful. You have to know that. Come on, I declare as pastor of this church, we are going to see the lost saved here. Not just in this church either, but there's going to be a wake up and a great return to faith in society. Listen up, parents, grandparents, or anybody else who has a heart for the next generation, which should be all of us. The devil wants our kids. He wants to tear them down. He wants to kill their joy. He wants to keep them from God. Are we going to let him? Listen, I don't know about you, but I don't play about kids. Not just mine. I don't play about kids. So the devil needs to know that Austin Alive has decided to stand in front of our kids. We are shielding them from him. We are protecting them from him. And Satan better back up before he gets smacked up because it's time we fight for our kids. This world is going to be trying to get them. They're going to wave temptations and sin right in front of them. We rebuke that. We reject that. They're going to try to set all sorts of things up for them, all sorts of traps. We're going to move those out of their way. Society is going to try to build empires of men who seek to sexualize our children. We're tearing them down. We're going to pray for our kids, and we're going to pray that in the school system, they're safe, that they're going to be educated, that they're going to come out strong-willed, strong-minded, powerful children. We're going to eradicate all the things in our life that we don't want to be in theirs. Addiction dies today. Sexual immorality dies today. Self-hate dies today. It's all going to end. See, we got generational curses that have been passed down for decades. We're not passing them down no more. We're leaving them at the feet of Jesus. Our children's inheritance don't include family curses, doesn't include family mistakes. It don't include my sins or my hardships. It ends with us. We wage war against those things. It got passed down to us, but that don't mean I got to pass it down too. We're going to clean this world up. We're going to protect the innocence and whimsy of our children. We're going to love on this next generation. They got it hard enough. We aren't going to add to it. Listen, Christians, the next generation don't need to hear hate coming out your lips. They need support. They need guidance. They need love, just like you did at that age. Don't let that gray in your hair make you forget you was a young fool once too. Let's dedicate ourselves today as a church to stop the generational hate, the useless war. It don't got no place in society and it don't make sense in church. Because let me break it down for you. I said it last week and I'm going to say it again. The young people, we need the older people's experience, their knowledge, their know-how, how to be successful. We also can't fund things ourselves because they've had many more years to build their life up and they have the finances and the ability and the discipline that we don't. But older people, the young folks got a fire. They got energy. They're ready to do something. And you may have spent your life doing something, but it's time you're in the season of just supporting the next doing something generation. We need each other. We are called to love them. Austin Alive, our church is done with petty drama. If it don't uplift them, if it don't support them, get rid of it. If it don't guide them or teach them, get rid of it. If it's not said in love, we ain't going to say it. God, clean our hearts out because we are ready to fight for this next generation. They deserve it. So y'all want to know something about peace? Peace is a byproduct of war. To the victors belong peace. Well, guess what? I'm looking at the victors. Whatever your circumstance is today, declare victory over it. And then believe in it. Live in it. Live like you got peace. Somebody needs a new job. It's coming. Somebody out there needs a place to stay. I'm declaring victory over that situation right here, right now, today. It's coming. Somebody came here with a desire deep in their spirit to fix their marriage. I'm declaring victory of it right now. Finances, addiction, health issues, I'm declaring victory today. Coming soon, we're going to have more testimony than prayer requests. Oh, God put it on my heart to say this, by the way. And this person, whoever it is, I don't know you, and they don't need to be named because their spirit is about to hear the wake-up call. God has carried you through so many storms. When are you going to start living blessed? When are you going to stop always finding the next big issue? When are you going to stop getting pulled out of the storm and then looking for the next one? God's saying to me, being the person who is always broken down and beaten up don't work for you. It's time to start being the person who has had countless miracles from God. That's your testimony. Your life will change once you do that. You'll get to live the life that God has for you, one of constant testimony. I got some situations myself that I don't got peace in yet. And I bet y'all do too. Today I'm leaving those behind me. I'm choosing peace today. And I know choosing peace means I got to choose to fight. And I'm ready to fight today. Not only will I fight for it, I'm going to win my peace. I'm not going to name you, but while I was writing this, your name came up. You'll know who you are. Are you ready to have peace in your marriage? Peace in your home? Well, you got to find peace in yourself first. You got to learn to take accountability from your mistakes so God can cleanse you of them. And then you can move forward. Your spouse is ready. Y'all can do this. It starts with you making a choice to dedicate your life to God. All of it. All of it. You may need to put some work in. It's going to be hard because he's about to reveal in you the things you need to fix. But that's okay because he is going to fix them for you as long as you let him. You may need counseling and therapy. That's okay. That's a good, godly thing to do. Don't get caught up in the world telling you that's not the right thing to do or that's not a godly thing to do. Those people have been put in the world by God to help others, and you are one of the people who needs help. And that's okay. We all do. God says, don't be worried. If you give your heart to me, I will fix your family. I will fix your home. I will fix your marriage. It's time you fight for it. It won't just fall in your lap. I'm going to make you fight. Because you are a child of the Most High King, a warrior, a powerfully blessed human being, and I need to wake that up in you. And then I thought I was done. I was up all night. 6 a.m. hit, and after working all night on this sermon, I thought I was done. But I closed my laptop and I felt God again, so I opened it back up. Church, listen, this may be for you. I know you've been praying for a miracle with your job. It's coming. That risk you've been weighing up, that's your miracle. Let me say that again because the person who's here needs to hear that. That risk you've been weighing up, that's your miracle. The scary choice that you can't make because you're afraid that you don't know you could do it in your own power, God's standing here today saying, make that choice, I'll help you do it. It's going to take faith. He says, watch what I do when you make that choice. Watch how I elevate your life. There's a new car coming. There's a new place for you and your family. Your kids' lives will be elevated. Financial hurt and burden is about to be gone. If you would just choose to fight. Tuesday, it's coming. Tuesday, it's coming. God says, sit back and relax. Don't work for this. You got to get up and fight. And you are right. You do deserve better. Whoever it is, God is telling you, you do deserve better, and I've got better waiting for you. Just fight for it. Let's fight, church. Let's fight for our miracles. Let's show God how hungry we are for healing. Let's wage war against our circumstances and grow past them. I want you to know, this is the last thing I'm going to say before I step down here and have an altar call for prayer. When you can't, he can.